A little known device quietly transforming people's lives right here in Northern California.
So last night we talked about how hearing aids recently changed my life, and yet still so many dig their heels in on getting them. Well, hearing aids are just the beginning. Not only have they advanced so much, they're not the only solution to hearing loss. I met a patient who now wears cochlear implants, and while they've been around for decades, many don't even know they exist.
Cathey is on a journey from silence to new sounds.
All right, let's take a look.
With frequent stops at the doctor's office to check his hearing. Ray's hearing took a pounding when he was an air rescue paramedic during the Vietnam War.
When you're in helicopters all the time and you got two great big jet engines right over your head about 2 feet. All you're wearing is a helmet.
Decades later, Ray's hearing had deteriorated so much he couldn't hear anything out of his left ear.
In this area?
You don't know what people are saying to you. And people look at you like, what? I just said something to you. Why didn't you answer me?
Were you at the point where I need to get this done?
Oh, absolutely. I was not going to be able to hear. I was going to be deaf. This left ear was virtually worthless.
So when Ray heard about cochlear implants, he looked into them. Unlike hearing aids, which simply amplify sound, cochlear implants convert sound into an electrical signal, stimulating the hearing nerve and sending sound information straight to the brain, bypassing damaged areas of the inner ear.
Cochlear implants are probably the most rewarding surgery that I do, and patients are often surprised with how small the external device actually is.
Behind the ear first.
Dr. Varun Varadarajan brings sound back into people's lives, and yet one of the biggest challenges is simply spreading the word that cochlear implants exist.
It lets them reconnect with the world and reconnect with their loved ones, and it's a very under-recognized technology that we're trying to improve the awareness of.
Cochlear implants have been around for a while. In fact, the FDA first approved them in the mid-1980s, but many still don't even know about them. The National Institutes of Health says a 2021 survey of more than 15,000 patients revealed only 10% knew about cochlear implants, and more than 30% had never even heard of them.
What's exciting about cochlear implant technology is that the indications are expanding. Back in the good old days, we would only be able to implant patients who were completely deaf. Now, we're realizing that we can implant people with greater degrees of residual hearing, and you don't need to be completely deaf.
It's estimated 1.2 million adults would benefit from cochlear implants, and yet less than 10% who qualify for them actually have them. Many simply don't realize they're candidates. A common myth is that they're only for those who are profoundly deaf, when in fact the FDA expanded access in 2019. Now people with hearing loss in just one ear qualify for them, including children.
I went in, they got me prepped and ready to go, and took me to surgery. I remember laying down on the table, and that's the last thing I remember until I woke up in the recovery room.
For Ray, the smallest sounds now signal the biggest second chance. A reminder for many that silence doesn't have to be permanent.
And the things that for me, I think is that I hear things I haven't heard for years. Things like the rain on the roof, like today.
Yeah, it's amazing what you take for granted on what you can hear, right? It's pretty incredible.
You would know.
I know, for sure, right? Well, Dr. V recently implanted the world's first and only smart cochlear implant into the first patient here in the Sacramento area.
Wow. Now, unlike the original device, smart cochlear implants can be updated like a smartphone, and they have internal memory to store hearing settings.
Yeah.
So there is help no matter which way you choose to go.
It's pretty impressive, and I will just say it changes so much, even your confidence level and just wanting to go out and be around people.
Right. Well, so glad you shared and started us on this discussion.
Hopefully it makes a change.
I think so, for sure.